What's up, everybody, and welcome into an all-new episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. But we're done with Babylon 5 for the first time, folks. This is Crusade for the first time. Babylon 5 spinoff series. Today's episode number 11 in our watch list, Patterns of the Soul. My prediction, this was basically going to be your basic Star Trek transporter malfunction episode. It's going to mix up people, things like that, Patterns of the Soul. Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what this could possibly be. That's the only thing my mind went to when I heard Patterns of the Soul. So we'll find out here in just a few minutes what this episode is really all about. Hey, listen, while you guys are here, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff we do here at YouTube. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this show with somebody that you know who loves Babylon 5, somebody you know loves Crusade. Maybe they love Gary Cole. Maybe they really like, I don't know, the 2 episodes that Tracy Scoggins is in. Maybe they love Galen. I don't know. Let them know. Let them know. Maybe they're a magic person. They need to know about Galen. So whatever it is, let people know. Share. That's the best way you guys can support us or help us. But if you want to support us, if you want more from Jeff and I, head over to patreon.com/Babylon5 First, where you can find all the behind the scenes videos, full unedited videos. You can find early access to our notes. You can find out how you can hang out with Jeff and I. We've got a Discord. We do a monthly hangout. You can find out how you can actually be invited to the live recordings of our shows and even maybe take place and have a part in some of those shows if you've noticed what we've been doing here with Crusade. All right, with all of that out of the way, thank you guys so much for joining me, but I'm excited to get into this episode, Patterns of the Soul. Let's find out. Let's go.
General Thompson, you don't understand. We are minutes away from a new destination.
Minutes away.
I don't care what you're minutes away from. I have express permission from President Sheridan to use the Excalibur for this mission. You will contact Robert Black and his colonist and take whatever steps are necessary to ensure they do not leave.
That guy looks like the dude who did the voice to
Rafiki.
Rafiki.
Whether or not they are carrying.
You know what I'm talking about?
If these colonists are infected, why can't they just stay on the planet? Transporting them out creates all kinds of logistical problems, including the risk of further contamination.
There you go.
Captain, I told you I want them in custody. I don't need to explain myself to a subordinate.
Dang, that's not good.
Yes, sir.
Jeff's going to have a field day with that
I
one.
don't like being called and harassed. I've been incredibly busy, not to mention the half-dozen life-threatening situations that I've been in.
This is
the
interesting.
Last 2 weeks.
This isn't a debate. You are behind schedule in your corporate updates. The next mission you go on...
Trust me, the next place promises to be a gold mine. You'll get a full report.
We'd better.
You get a full report. You know, that's interesting.
I understand
Hold
we're
on,
changing
pause.
course.
Interesting opening. What you have here is you have Gideon and Eilerson both having the screws put to them by their bosses and their superiors. Like, they're both in the same situation. I wonder if this is going to basically like kind of explore, like, here's how Gideon would do it and here's how Eilerson takes care of it. And we'll be able to compare and contrast those by the end of the episode. That could be an interesting episode. All right, let's find out what happens.
If this isn't a planet that IPX can exploit for profit, then maybe this is your cue to take a vacation.
IPX doesn't give paid holidays.
Cause like this, I think we'd all happily chip in.
I like that one. That's also an interesting thing. Like, behind closed doors, he has all the same issues that everybody else does. And he knows that and those issues in no way, shape, or form feel like they are squelched, you know, like that they're satisfied. But here he has to go out and he has to put on the face of the team player and like, nope, guys, this is what we're going to do. So
by coming here, you brought doom to my people. There is nothing left to be said between us that the stones have not said.
from the mouth down, he kind of looks like Leonard Nimoy.
Go
a little
now.
bit. Like, it's clearly not him. The voice is
must
not quite
die.
right, but it's almost there.
Please.
Maybe a little less
take
Leonard
away your
Nimoy there, but he
people
kind of has that
so
feel.
that mine can live.
So that his can live. So they're not the only ones on the planet.
All right. Bring on the rest of the rats.
I told you Black isn't here. And until he gets here, you'll get nothing from us.
Oh my
I don't
word.
buy this story about us being infected by the plague before leaving the Earth.
You left in the middle of a war.
I'm sorry. This is how I talk. Oh my gosh, that's bad. I am not a fan of that voice. I sincerely hope for his sake that is an affected voice. That's an acting choice, because that's Gosh, that's annoying. How do you get through casting with a voice like that? I don't understand.
Your ship was in the area where the Drakh released the plague.
After we took off. Look, it took us 6 months to find this place. We're not leaving now.
I can't with
They're
this
trying
dude's
to get us
voice.
to go back
We're
to
not
Earth because we
leaving
embarrassed the politicians
now.
back home.
Back home.
That's not enough to warrant a propaganda campaign.
No? Well, what about you and your propaganda campaign?
You and your
Look
propaganda campaign.
running around pretending to have all the
Running
answers.
around.
Running
I'm
off to
sorry,
another
babe.
mission, another war. The human race doesn't measure the quality of what it's accomplished, only the quantity, the numbers. How
Okay,
much
that's-
can we do before someone
That's
else
good.
can?
I like that.
We left because we're tired of having our futures dictated at a breakneck pace.
I'm gonna
The
come
Earth
back
has
and
been
write that one down later, I
Spinning
promise
out
you.
of control for a long time, Captain, but our world will remain constant and our quality of life something we're proud of. We'll be here long after Earth is just a memory. Maybe that's the lesson of the Drakh plague.
It was introduced into the Earth's atmosphere at approximately the same time you left.
It's a trick. They're trying to
You were saying?
I need to take blood samples from all
He's
of you.
good.
No, you can sample me and only me. If one of us has it, then we'd all have it by now. If I test positive, you can have others. But I'm sure you'll find we're not infected.
That's a good
I'm sorry.
compromise. I ain't gonna lie.
Like-
That's
like, please follow me.
Yeah, I wonder if the other dude's trying to do a voice to sound like his, because he kind of has that same low voice, but his sounds natural. You know. All right, what is Darina doing? Like, she's just out walking around, climbing over rocks.
There's no one left to watch over me. I'm the last of my kind. I can stay, though, and watch for you if you want.
You know what? Time out. My guess is the show is trying to make us think that the colonists have infected whoever these native people are. Which, look at this guy. He actually even kind of looks like a native, like a stereotypical. That wig is bad. That wig is awful. Watch that be his real hair. But that wig just looks awful. But they're trying to make us think that the colonists have infected these guys when I bet they haven't. Like, that's going to be the reveal at the end that yeah, whatever it is. Well, these guys are sick of something else completely different. Has nothing to do with the colonists. My guess.
You must be the guy.
Are they supposed to be the same race?
Take the dying.
Is this dude supposed to be? Darina's the last of her kind, right?
Seek the cave on the moor.
The guide.
I'm glad you finally came. I can finally see the stars.
He's going. What did Drawl say? He's going to the ocean. Did he just die? Oh, he just ate it. Oh my gosh.
You're not going to let them take us back, are you?
He's right, Tim. If we're infected, we're a threat to everyone. I met with a tribal elder. He told me that we bring destruction. I couldn't understand what he meant till they showed up.
And do you believe him?
Synchronicity like this, it's the first sign of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Then let's leave. Why are we waiting for an escort?
Waiting
Earth
for
Force
an
will just use us
escort.
as lab rats again. That captain probably knows who and what we are. Now, I
rats.
won't be locked up anymore.
You know, it's an interesting line. We'll be lab rats again. There's something about these people that captain or that admiral hasn't told Captain Gideon. If they're escaped lab rats, as it were, they're justified in being here, one would think. A mystery is afoot.
Must be difficult for you being a career military officer. The corporation knows all, sees all, and tells very little. If we
Right.
make a bad call, we can honestly say that we've acted in good conscience based on the information available. Absolution and absentia. The blessed state of being able to say that it's not my fault. Gaining the knowledge of good and evil was the first original sin, remember?
You know, interesting. So 2 weeks in a row, Eilerson gets the here's what we're about nod, because this has got to be it, right? This whole absolution and absentia. If you make a bad call knowing that it's a bad call, then you made a bad call. If you made a bad call without all the information available to you because you weren't given all the information, then are you really at fault? Are you, what do you say, absolution in absentia? I bet that's what this is. Oh, she's meant more. She's meant more. God, that set looks awful. Okay, she looks a little bit like Doreen. It's so hard to tell because her makeup is so, like, generic, you know? I'm guessing these are supposed to be her people.
After you upload the information to me, you will erase the ship's log. We don't want anyone else stumbling onto those records. God knows what nonsense.
He's dirty.
But sir,
There's a bad admiral. He's dirty.
You came in answer to our prayers. We waited for a sign at the sacred cliff. You
No, I'm not who you think I am. I just
You
came
are.
on a starship.
You are a child of Mimbar, not
don't
born of
see how you could
Mimbar.
be my people.
Or a Mimbari, not born of Mimbar.
Our tale is a long and difficult one. I will tell you what has been passed down to us for generations. There was a terrible accident before we could arrive at our destination.
Oh!
Something
Those guys
appeared near our ship and with weapons of great destruction nearly destroyed our vessel.
Now, those look like
When the ship was
legit
damaged,
shadow
our
ships.
escape pods landed on this planet. Those of us who managed to escape eventually gathered here, but we had no communications, no record of what happened. And
A lost tribe.
You know, it just occurred to me, what if what those people are sick from is not the plague, but whatever that cyber organic organism is that she found in their blood? What if it's that? I feel like there's got to be something where like these people are actually immune to the plague, like they have it, but their body's able to fight it or something like that.
According to the ship's log, the colonists did get off Earth before the plague was released.
Yo, he's got a kick-ass chest set.
understand.
That's cool,
If the
man.
plague had broken out at whatever supply base this came from, we'd have heard about it. But this food is definitely contaminated.
Is it possible?
No, not unless
They did it on purpose?
it was deliberately contaminated.
Yeah. Yeah. That, I bet you that admiral did it. That admiral deliberately contaminated it to get these guys back or whatever.
Colonists were deliberately
Or
contaminated.
he was
Where did it come
the lab master,
Well,
where they were lab rats.
The package says it was manufactured by Crusade Corporation.
I feel like Prozeta should be a name that I know or recognize,
Somebody's got to warn her.
All right, just be careful.
but I feel like I'm missing it.
Let the doctor help. I know it isn't customary. Your colony is the last of our people.
No.
Yes. Xander Prime is destroyed. That's why I travel with the humans. Our world, as you remember it, is dead. Till today, I thought I was the last of our race.
I feel like that
If
that's
you don't
hitting me
seek
for the
help for
first
the
time.
plague, it will mean the
It's
true
not
end of
like
our
I'm doing that,
civilization.
but,
When will you have the results?
you know, I wonder if she really is the last of her people. If she understands that she's the last of her people, like, does she feel any responsibility to procreate and like pass on some of her genetic DNA and keep her heritage going at all, like even in a small way? I don't know. I don't know if anybody would ever I think I would feel that responsibility. Like if I'm the last one, I need to have kids so that can at least move forward with them, and yeah, it'll be up to them to carry it on too.
But my guess is your people are infected with the plague as well. I'm sorry.
You know, I still think they should
I
be
know
immune
this
to the
must be very
plague, but
difficult for you.
they can't. Otherwise, it'd probably be an end to the plague story.
When we get
too
back to
soon.
the ship, we can arrange to transfer them.
Well, they're not leaving here.
Nope.
This is their home. Reasonable is doubling our efforts to find the cure because now there are two very good reasons to find it. Your race and mine.
There you go.
If you do report this, and Earth Force endangers the lives of my people, I will hold you, personally, responsible.
You know, the only thing that's really unfair about that is that Dr. Chambers didn't know what she was getting into before she got down there. Like, and now she's being held to something that she didn't agree to prior to knowing the knowledge. So, is it dead? Oh, it's dead. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna kidnap you.
You should never have come here.
You should never have
We
come here.
don't want to go back to Earth.
He can't help
I'm
but
going to make
smile.
sure we don't go back, and so are you.
So, yeah.
Help! Get!
I don't want to hurt you.
Okay, is this
Please
dude like
don't
super
struggle.
soldier? Is that what the lab rat thing was? Is he also like Borg?
Cybernetic arms.
Cybernet?
I'm afraid they aren't very pressure sensitive. Slight defect. If you struggle, I might crush you.
Might. He might.
Look, it's too late for you to fight back now. You're already infected.
Is he using space duct tape to bind her hands up?
I want to spend them free, not locked in a cage.
I get that.
Doreen Nafeel, I came with the Excalibur. Look, one of your men just attacked me and took Dr. Chambers captive.
I bet he's so much taller than she is that she's like standing on a box.
Looks like you're too late.
The comm system's been turned off. We'll just have to wait and see.
Uh-oh. That was like 4 explosions. What was that? Did they shoot the thing?
Captain,
General Thompson?
we should have the destroyer Anubis meet you at Orion 7.
Anubis won't be necessary.
The
Computer,
destroyer Anubis.
play back the last record.
We're already as good as dead. What can you say that will change that?
Plenty.
Target acquired. Fire when ready.
Yeah, there's no way this is real. There's no way.
How very unfortunate.
The irony, if I may, sir, is that the colonists weren't infected by the plague when they left Earth. They did get out in time. We found evidence indicating that one of their shipments had been deliberately contaminated.
Of course, it's a moot point now.
'Cause
In
I
any
did
event,
it.
job well done. You acted in good conscience.
There it
Yes,
is.
sir. I did
Gideon
that.
acted in good conscience, acted in good faith. There it is. Yeah. Oh, these are the guys from the shuttle. I'm assuming that's who these guys are.
Hey, Billy.
All right, so somehow they got a message over to him and was like, we're going to be cool now.
You were right.
So I'm giving you a chance. I put a reconnaissance satellite in orbit. The doctor can get authorizations to quarantine the planet now that the plague has jumped species and some native fauna.
Yeah. Native
Anyone
fauna.
approaching will be warned away.
What about our ship? I saw
That's
it
how we're going to
explode.
describe them as native fauna.
Oh, yes. That.
The captain used a sub-channel to send us information he discovered about our cybernetic enhancements. He also showed us that we were infected by Earth Force. We then left the ship before it was destroyed.
My orders were to make
I
sure
told
that
you he got a
don't
message to
spread
him
the
somehow.
infection. Without your ship, that problem is solved. As far as Earth Force is concerned, you're all officially dead.
That's a good solution. All right, there we go. Wrapped it up nicely. I like it.
How you found out about
You
the
know what?
cybernetic
Here's the thing.
enhancement.
Here's the thing. So to go back to the thing and wrap it all the way around to what we talked about at the beginning with this absolution and absentia. The general said that Gideon acted with a good conscience and good faith, but Gideon didn't just hide behind that and do whatever he was ordered. He actually rejected the idea of absolution and absentia, and he did the right thing. What we don't really necessarily have is a countering story with Eilerson so far. Like, we saw the opening bit with Eilerson. He's been in a couple of scenes and he had that one speech, but we haven't like seen what he's doing where he is acting with full absolution and absentia, where he's just not doing what he should do or doing what he shouldn't do, whatever it is. So I don't know. You know, it's like Gideon may be a cheater. Like, we've seen him with that. Like, he may be a cheater, but he's an honorable cheater. Like, he's got his limits. So
You gamble.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You cheat.
That's subjective.
You
I was
never
just
tell
talking
anyone
about
the whole
this.
truth.
And who does?
No, I was just talking about this.
We played for access to his security codes.
Oh, this is how he had
He
the
lies.
thing earlier.
I've never compromised his position,
That
but
ante up and all that sort of stuff.
they do come in handy from time to time.
All right. See, I was thinking that it was like Gideon had like a secondary file, like a burner identity or something like that. But no, he just wanted. That was a Star Fury in the background. That was neat.
I may palm a card off the table from time to time, but killing off your trust isn't a fair game.
This is what I just said. You know, he may be a cheater, but he's an honorable cheater. You know, he's got his limits as far as what he'll do.
You just want to take credit for finding them. You have no real compassion. Just a wallet where your heart should be.
Oh, this is his side of it. That's weak sauce. If that's what that was, that's weak sauce. Oh my God, is this not over yet? Jeez.
It's late.
This thing has like more endings than Lord of the Rings. Holy crap, dude. Okay, timeout. Wow. Wow. Is this the outfit Darina's been wearing this whole time? Am I just now seeing her like sideways? Because, dang, that thing is on her tighter than 7 of 9 has her outfits going in, man. Molded to her body. Sheesh. Hey, Liz, I'm sure that's all a part of that, but dang, man.
I came
Say,
by.
it wasn't just 7 who had outfits like that.
I may have been more upset than I should have been back on the planet, so.
Let me clarify. I wasn't ogling her. I was surprised at the type of outfit that she had on. And if you followed me on Beam Me Up, you'll know that I have a problem when people just water down the entire presence of 7 of 9 to a hot chick in a tight outfit. Like, it is so much more to it than that. Anyway, that's a personal thing. But I was taken aback at the type of outfit.
A detailed surface scan of the planet indicates that there is another race living there as well, suggests that the corporation check it out one of these days.
Report complete. Ready to send. Last entry deleted.
Oh, look, he has a conscience.
To close my report, we found nothing of interest on Theta 49.
He's got a conscience. Look at him. All right, so how does this square with the overall story? What about the whole absolution and absentia stuff, huh? Wow. All right, you know what? I was in that episode. That was a great episode for like the first 38 minutes. But then it wouldn't end. They just kept going and going and going. Oh my word. But other than that, I really enjoyed this episode. I was in. It's a good episode all the way around. I dug this episode. I love this idea, this absolution and absentia. To me, that's got to be what this whole episode is about. That's the crux of what this whole thing is. I love what the dude said earlier. He said something, human race doesn't, I said I was just going to remember it, not write it down. I didn't write it down. The human race doesn't measure things in quality, but in quantity. Boy, howdy, is that a mirror to society. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, listen, why don't you guys come back on Monday? Jeff and I will be together. We'll discuss this episode in all its detail, and we'll break it down and see. We've only got 2 episodes of Crusade left after this. That's wild. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be doing that. So make sure you guys subscribe, stick around as we'll talk about this. I'm really interested to see what Jeff has to say about lots of things in this episode. Yeah. So like I said, you want the full unedited versions of this? You want Jeff's reaction? He does reactions too. Head over to patreon.com/Babylon5 First. You guys can find out more about that over there. And I guess with that, until next time, folks, take care.